right, got the grinder going. Hopefully no issues. All right, now we're just gonna sort the cows from the calves, so I just have to make sure that no calves get in here. Time to go to work. I actually just lowered the back. Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. All right, Saturday morning, and we're off. Looks like this morning, Dad said he wants to do grinding this morning. I said that was fine, as long as that meant that we were going to sort and vaccinate cows this afternoon. I'm just gonna move a couple things around here quick. I want to open this border panel. Let those calves come in this area, at least for today. They can suck down on this water. They can play around in this area too, and you know, give them a little more space, whatever. And of course, since it's a new place, everybody wants to check it out. And they have mineral, but they're probably gonna lick on that trace block. And for being the 23rd of May, I should not have to wear this thing, but it's a little cool this morning. Obviously we'll get the grinder out, but before we put the grinder back away, since we have the bucking plate on, we're going to get out the grain drill and get out the corn planter, which means we got to get the chopper out, but might put the chopper back where the grinder goes, basically because if we're not going to grind corn anymore, might just get rid of the grinder, or we're gonna have to like clean it up really nice and put it somewhere where it's completely out of the way and doesn't get in our way. The other thing, our mix. So what do we got here? We got 5. So we do not have enough, because we would technically need 8 bags. We would need 3 more bags. Well, we have distiller grain down there, and I'm thinking we go, every hopper full gets 1 bag of distiller grains. It'll supplement the missing bags that we have. It's just the way we do it. We get like X amount of pounds or whatever when we get the mix, and then the bags are what they are. All right, got the grinder going. Hopefully no issues, but we are gonna do, like I had mentioned earlier, we're gonna do 1 bag of distillers per hopper full. So yeah, should be interesting to see how that mixes in. This should be the last batch. We'll see how much is actually in there. Oh yeah. We should be right about where we want to be for the bin. We got 1 bag of mix, and then I'll throw 1 more bag of distillers in. These guys are definitely liking it. They always love a fresh grind. Well, grinding is done. That actually went really smoothly for once. We didn't have something stupid happen. So like I said, we put the chopper on this side, but Dad just said that this tongue does stick out quite far, so we're not going to be able to get the grinder in quite as far as we need to. Just as I'm saying that, I remembered, hey, let's grab the fencing trailer, because otherwise we'd have to by hand move like a dozen bags of concrete. Alrighty, took a little lunch break, and now we are going to start getting ready, or at least I'm going to start getting ready for sorting out, vaccinating cows, setting up our next AI group, just all the things. It's going to be This is actually a pretty hectic working of the cows. As they go through the chute, we're deciding who's in our next AI group. We have options. We have plenty of options. And then sorting them out into different pens. They're getting all their shots, plus the seeder if they're in the AI group. Yeah, so these guys are in the short chute. They'll stay here for a little bit till we get the cows into here and then over into the loafing shed area. And then we'll put them in here. Now we're just going to sort the cows from the calves, so I just have to make sure that no calves get in here. Dad is my backup. So we kind of just let them bob and weave past me. I got you guys right here. If they don't get run over, or I get run over. The cows kind of know where things are going, so it's not too bad. Yep, we'll dump them. All right, all the cows are sorted off from the calves. That usually is pretty easy because the cows, they kind of know where they're going. One, they kind of think they're going out, but they don't. They go back in the main pen. So now I got to get all the calves. We're going to put them in the short chute. Come on, let's go, let's go, up, up. Come on. Come on, bud. Hup, hup, let's go. All right, here we go. Let's get these girls in. Nice thing about the cows is they know exactly where they're going when it comes to the chute. So sometimes I don't really have to do a whole lot. Come on, 4:30, let's go. That a girl.
Hi, Mama.
Come on, girl. Come on, hup, 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 hup. Come on, hup. Let's go. Come on. AI.
Where is she?
AC 431. I believe it was True Justice. This is, of course, an AI. Well, that was fun. In the long pen where the bull usually goes is we have the cows that are staying. All the calves are currently in the short chute. So we got to get the calves out that we want to stay. I think they like the second crop hay. Yeah, just wait a minute. We'll get you guys all back together. All right, calves are started. I just couldn't find a good spot for you guys. And also, my camera is running low on space. So kind of like just out on the field, Dad just made some piles for them for silage because he wants to put, spread out the hay between the two feeders. And then they'll take care of spreading out these stalks that we put in here the other day. So as far as like AI goes, we had 14 seeders left and Dad said, let's do it. We did a full group of 14. So that's a pretty good sized group. Normally we only do groups of 10, but because we only did 6 in that first group. We were luckily able to catch 2, but because we only did 6 there, we had 14 cedars left over. So Dad just like, we'll grab 14, and we were able to, and I could have grabbed a couple more, but yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be a big group. Now I gotta figure out who they get bred to. All right, this is about as good as we could hope for, because now they're kind of slow and calm, and they'll hang around Mom for a while, so yeah, and then they'll find the edges because they'll eat all the grass, and yeah, that went pretty nice. All right, so real quick, one last thing for the day. We're gonna fire up the big blue water, but then we realized that we had taken the valve off the hydrant over there because, well, one, I think it was broken. So we're gonna have to let the cows go back to the short chute for water. HK75 got some new jewelry. She got her new tag. 431 got her new tag. Forgot to put Cher's tag in, but it's like Goggle Gergs, you know. I mean, I put Goggle Gergs is missing a tag, but we put a new one in her. But do you really need it? She's the only one that looks like that. So, all right, good morning. All right, we're gonna start out today, and of course, everybody's got to be in the short chute. We're gonna start out today. We want to start hauling manure out of the back again. I got to start by getting these guys out of the short chute. We want to take the second AI group in the loafing shed and put them in the BDA. All right, we're letting Factor out. Nobody's in heat. Typically we like to let the bull out when somebody is in heat, so then he is distracted and occupied for a little while. But otherwise we have to pen him up. This way he's out of our way. Let's let him have some fun. And it is a noisy morning today, but we're gonna make Factor happy. Come on, bud. Time to go to work. Alright, so like I said, nobody's in heat today, but he's got his ladies, or at least a good portion of them. And who knows, somebody might come into heat today, which would be awesome. Well, there we go. We got water in the Big Spring 6000. This guy right here. Yeah, so this is when we always say the big blue. This is the big blue, little blue, and then we had to go with the baby blue because we already had a little blue. So Factor's kind of already been through the crowd already, checking things out. So now he's just chilling. I mean, he's a pretty decent bull. I mean, temperament wise, he's not a people person, but I mean, he's a bull. But he comes for his grain, which is the most important thing. We can move him around, sort him out. You know, he's definitely not Pecha friendly. You know, he's a bull you want to keep an eye on. But at the same time, again, I can go out in the middle of summer, rotate cows. It's not like he comes and bothers me. He doesn't care. He's got a job to do, you know, and he knows it. He is definitely a pretty solid looking bull. So we did get him from Stanley Martin's down in Iowa. He is an Oakview Factor son, which Oakview Factor came from Canada, from Oakview Farms. They've got some pretty darn nice stuff up there too. And then his mom is out of a Balboa. Can't quite remember which Balboa. There's a few of them out there. More notably, his mom is a Valley Sergeant granddaughter. which is very, very nice bull. Oh, I do have to mark down that he went out for the year. Because honestly, we're going to have factor calves before we have second AI group calves, which is just fine. Not ideal for us, not what we wanted, but it'll work out just fine. And he is technically going out a day earlier than last year, so basically the same time. I think I'm gonna head down and start looking at the corn planter, and also putting oil and getting their lawnmower ready to go, because mom's kind of been she's been getting a little itchy about that. All right, so this year we'll be rocking the John Deere 7000 corn planter again. Still works pretty solid. The only thing that really needs to be done to this, that I know of honestly, is, other than going through it and doing the normal grease and oil and all that stuff, is there's a tire that's low, which really, that was the only thing noticeable. And there really wasn't any issues with it planting last year, so you know, take all the seed boxes off, we'll go through it, we'll oil all the chains and all that good stuff. We wash it out decent every year. New augers wouldn't be bad for this thing, new fertilizer augers. I mean, the sevens and 7200 series have been around for a very long time, and they are still extremely viable, and you can get replacement parts very reasonably. Now the only thing we gotta do is keep Factor away from the tires. He does like his corn silage though, so he might not be so bad. But we have had a bull before get his face in by the stem, pop the stem off. It was like a literal geyser of the fluid in the tires. Needless to say, it was beet juice, because you could smell it. See, he likes his corn silage. Don't mind giving it to him either. Looks good. This is our second AI group. We'll be pulling cedars next Saturday. But we just want to double check with our tech to make sure that if it's Saturday pull, then that means it's going to be like, so it'd be like a Monday, Tuesday breed. If that works out for him. If not, we'll wait a day, or we can wait 2 days. Honestly, I don't think there's, I'd rather leave the cedars in an extra couple of days than pull them on a couple days early. All right, good morning. Monday morning, Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. So we're gonna keep this weekend going and finish up on the plow. Our John Deere plow. Not even sure what model it is. We ever find a thing that said what model it is?
Nope.
No, okay.
It's green.
It's green. That it is. All right, first thing is first, we need to rotate these blocks. Otherwise, because if you see over here, we've got like almost 2-inch gap. And what would happen is this plow would just slap back and forth. So there's one bolt, and then you got to rotate them. So this will be on the outside, and it'll take up that gap. So we got those blocks set now. Now you can see that like that's touching, and here there's only like a 1/4 inch gap. But now what we need to work on is, one, we got to level this out, so this arm's actually got to get a little longer to tip that down a little bit. And then these bolts need to get loosened, because the whole front end needs to come this way a couple inches. All right, so we think we have everything set to where we need it. Actually, all the Zerks took grease, which is awesome. These Coulters, a little sketchy, but that's all right. That's all right. We'll just see how it works. But the whole idea is to get the inside edge of this tire in line with that point. All right, we're gonna go try this sucker out. So, Dad's in the 4230. God forbid he let me plow, but Like, he let me chisel once. That was about it. That's just the way we operate. Again, I don't really care. Dad loves the field work. I like the animals. Dad loves the field work. But I am on the Mahindra with the manure bucket because one thing with the bed pack and the way the spreader spreads, so we'll take the manure bucket down there and then we kind of just fan it out. So we'll get Dad started and then I'll go around and do pile control. So now Dad's kind of playing a few games. One, is he level back here? Is he high enough? And two, this is a completely different tractor. I actually just lowered the back. So your first lap isn't the greatest plow job, but you're trying to roll one side in and one side in that way, so that when you come back around, and we'll show you that one tire will be in that dead furrow, which is the furrow right here, which is the trench that's left, the last one. So you roll two sections together, and then essentially now you can go in a circle. And I got a couple of piles. I'm just gonna kind of bob and weave in here and start busting a couple of them. So Dad was actually just looking at that front moldboard and said it wasn't actually doing a full width. So with the hydraulics, he was able to kick the plow in the front over a little bit, which is nice. I mean, yeah, we shoved it as far to the side, to the right as we could, but now we have adjustment. We can push it back to the left with the hydraulics, which is really nice. Turning over the sod and over the manure, putting all that biomass about 6 inches deep, I think we'll be just fine. Well, Dad is off and rolling. Seems to be doing pretty nice. I've got all these clumps kind of broke up. Shouldn't cause them any issues. The corn planter, and getting this guy like oiled up, greased up, check it over. There shouldn't really be a whole lot of stuff to do on it. It worked good last year. Is on the fertilizer. Oh, yeah, that actually got jammed in there. Is these guys were breaking. Like, we don't have this drilled out for a bolt, and maybe we should. Probably might not be a bad idea. Really, the boxes could get rebuilt. These are getting pretty crappy, but again, you can buy these new. So one nice thing is we are back to using the red Mystic grease. Kind of made that switch about 3 years ago or so. They were out about a month ago, so Dad got like just the general purpose or multi-purpose grease, which is fine. I mean, 90% of our applications probably only need that. The red is more geared towards high temperature, but the nice thing I like about the red, it's good to operate down to -10 and then up to 325 Fahrenheit. Whereas the general purpose or multi-purpose down to 0 and up to 250. So again, most of the time, this is probably all we need. But that's why I like the red stuff. The price honestly is within like $5 per case. And that's usually what we'll buy it in. We always get it in tubes. We buy it in a case of tubes. And that works out good for us. I also like the red stuff because the grease itself is red. And it's easy to see when you got fresh red stuff coming out. It's like the grease on the outside, it'll get dusty and gray and dirty from just being exposed and maybe drying out and getting into the elements. And you put fresh stuff in, it's coming out bright red. So Dad said he still has quite a bit of plowing to do yet, and it is feeding time. So we'll get our feeding done. All right, now I suppose I probably could have left Bethany stay out here and help me with these girls too, but kind of forgot about that. Let's go, girls. Come on, Poodle, let's go. These girls also will need a bail, but come on. Let's go. Come on. Up, 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 up. All right, just getting him to the point where I can take this middle gate. It'll stay right there because it's touching the water. And I'll bump it open with the tractor. Come on, girls. Let's go. Come on, up, up. Let's go, girls. We are kind of wrapping it up for today. Dad's back from plowing. He said he's got a little bit left to do yet, and he will finish that up probably tomorrow morning. But it is also Memorial Day, so again, happy Memorial Day. I know you guys probably won't see this for about 3 weeks, give or take. But I hope you guys had a great holiday weekend. And another really cool thing that just happened, you might have caught it on the side of the camera because I will leave it in, is that Deja's in heat today, and she just got bred by Factor a little while ago while I was feeding out their bale. So she is bred, she is marked down. If she would stick to this breeding, that would be awesome. It seems like she sticks to the first bull breeding she gets. It's been a little hard getting her to stick to AI. So if I can get a Factor heifer that looks physically like, I don't care what kind of pattern she has on her, but the physical look of the bull calf she has this year, I am all for that, because that is a really good looking calf. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Please, on your way out, smash that like button. And of course, if you got any questions, please drop them in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, help us support us here at Ohrmundt Simmental. And as always, thanks for coming along.
I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own.